Some say wealth is about luck. Others say it's about hard work. But the real difference, it's in the mind. The way a man thinks shapes everything. His choices, his risks, his future. There are two kinds of people in this world. Not the rich and the poor, but those who control their future and those who let life control them. The difference isn't in their circumstances. It's in how they see the game. One man wakes up every day, waiting for a raise, waiting for the right time, waiting for luck to turn in his favor. Another man wakes up and takes. He moves before the opportunity is obvious. He builds before success is guaranteed. One man fears loss. The other understands that risk is the price of reward. The world doesn't just divide people by money. It divides them by mindset. There are men who see limits and men who see possibilities. Some look at a problem and see an excuse to quit. Others see a challenge to conquer. And in the end, that's what determines everything. Not luck, not talent, just the way a man chooses to think. The man who believes he's stuck stays stuck. He waits for permission, for luck, for someone else to change his life. And while he waits, someone else is taking the opportunities he ignored. A poor mindset isn't about how much money you have. It's about how you see the world. It's about believing that life happens to you, not because of you. It's about making excuses instead of making moves. The man with a poor mindset fears risk more than failure. He wants certainty, guarantees, safety. But the truth? Safety is an illusion. The world moves forward with or without you. And if you're too afraid to take a step, you'll spend your life watching others pass you by. Short-term thinking is another trap. A man with a poor mindset asks, how do I survive today? A man with a rich mindset asks, how do I build something that lasts? One spends his money the moment he gets it. The other puts it to work. One trades time for wages. The other creates value that grows. The poor mindset blames. The rich mindset takes responsibility. And that choice alone makes all the difference. The difference isn't luck. It isn't talent. It's how a man sees the game. The rich don't wait for opportunities. They create them. They don't ask for permission. They make decisions, take risks, and take ownership of the outcome, good or bad. They know that hesitation costs more than failure ever could. They don't see money as something to earn once and spend. They see it as something to grow, to invest, to use as a tool. While others work for a paycheck, they work for freedom. They don't just chase comfort. They build power. A man with a rich mindset doesn't think in days or weeks. He thinks in years, in decades. He plays the long game. Where others want quick results, he's willing to build something that lasts. He understands that wealth isn't found in a single moment. It's built over time. With every smart decision, every risk taken, every lesson learned, the rich take calculated risks. They don't gamble blindly, but they understand that playing it safe is the fastest way to stay small. They know that nothing great is built without stepping into uncertainty, without making bold moves while others hesitate. This is why they rise, while others wait. A man who works for a paycheck is always at the mercy of the one who signs it. As long as someone else controls your income, they control your time, your choices, and your future. If you want freedom, you must own, not just earn. This is the divide, the line between those who survive and those who thrive. The poor mindset chases wages, believing that working harder will lead to success. But time is limited. There are only so many hours in a day, and no man can work forever. The rich understand this. They don't just work for money. They put money to work for them. They buy assets, things that grow in value, things that generate income without their constant effort. They invest in businesses, in property, in systems that run whether they are there or not. A man who only labors will always be limited by his own effort. But a man who owns, he has leverage. He has something that continues to provide long after the work is done. The ones who rise don't just trade their time. They trade their vision, their strategy, and their ownership. That's the real difference between surviving and thriving. A man's greatest prison is the one he builds in his own mind. The poor mindset sees limits everywhere. There's not enough money, not enough opportunities, not enough time. He believes wealth is a fixed amount, that someone else's success means less for him. And so he clings to what little he has, afraid to risk, afraid to lose. But fear never built an empire. The rich mindset sees the world differently. Where others see scarcity, they see possibility. They don't ask, what if I lose? They ask, how can I create more? They understand that wealth is not taken. It is built. It is multiplied, not divided. The man who embraces this thinking doesn't waste time worrying about what he lacks. He focuses on growth. A poor mindset hoards, fearing that every coin spent is a coin lost forever. He holds on so tightly that he never allows what he has to expand. But money is like a seed. It must be planted to grow. The man with an abundance mindset invests, reinvests, and builds. He knows that success isn't a limited resource, that there is always more to gain if he is willing to take the right steps. The shift in perspective is what leads to real change. A man who believes there is never enough will always live in fear. A man who believes in abundance will always find a way to create more. That's the real difference between staying small and rising above. Change begins in the mind. A man who believes he is powerless will never rise. A man who believes he has control will always find a way forward. The difference between staying in place and breaking free is not luck, not background, not even skill. It's mindset. And the right mindset can be built. First, stop chasing security. Security is an illusion designed to keep you in place. The man who seeks only a steady paycheck will always be at the mercy of the man who signs it. The man who avoids risk will always answer to the one who takes it. If you want real control over your life, you must stop thinking like a worker and start thinking like an owner. Second, stop fearing loss. Fear keeps men small. It makes them hesitate when they should act, retreat when they should push forward. Those who build wealth understand that risk is not something to be avoided. It is something to be mastered. They study the game. They take calculated risks. They invest in things that create value over time. They understand that every setback is a lesson, not a failure. Next, start learning how to win. This means seeking knowledge that creates opportunities, surrounding yourself with people who think bigger, and putting yourself in environments where growth is inevitable. If you only take advice from those who think small, you will stay small. If you only move in circles where mediocrity is accepted, you will never rise above it. Most importantly, take action. No man is stuck unless he chooses to be. Every day presents a choice. Stay where you are, or take the first step towards something greater. The rich mindset is not just about thinking differently. It is about acting differently. Make decisions today that move you toward ownership, toward growth, toward something that lasts. That is how real change begins. The rich aren't different because of money. They're different because of how they think. The world doesn't create winners and losers. It creates choices. Some choose to control their future, while others let their future control them. Wealth isn't about numbers in a bank account. It's about mindset. It's about seeing opportunities, where others see obstacles. It's about understanding that time is the most valuable currency, and that those who waste it chasing security will always answer to those who take risks to create something greater. The poor mindset waits. It blames. It sees scarcity and fear. It holds back when it should move forward. The rich mindset acts. It takes ownership. It doesn't look for guarantees. It looks for possibilities. And here's the truth. No one is stuck unless they choose to be. No one is doomed to live small unless they decide that comfort is worth more than growth. A man can wake up every day and make the same choices, think the same thoughts, follow the same path, or he can decide to change. So, what kind of man do you want to be? The one who waits, or the one who builds? The one who makes excuses, or the one who makes things happen? The choice is yours. It always has been. It